Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Perna. Paula is off tonight. We start in Columbia County tonight, where police in Berwick are investigating an officer-involved shooting. According to Berwick Police Chief, one of his officers was struck by a vehicle driven by a man that was well known to police. Another officer shot at the suspect's vehicle as he left the scene. Officers rammed that vehicle to stop him on 16th Street. The chief said the officer is okay. The suspect was taken to the hospital. Now, according to police, this all started when the man, who's well known to police, became violent as officers were checking on him as he was sitting in his vehicle on 15th Street in Berwick. The man then led police on a chase through Berwick and Salem Township before Berwick officers forced him off the road near the Berwick Hospital Center. Officers from Salem Township and State Police also assisted in this pursuit. Now, the suspect and the police officer that was hit by the vehicle were both taken to the hospital to be checked out. State Police are now handling the investigations, and charges have yet to be filed in this altercation today in Berwick, and we'll have more as it becomes available on later editions of WYLN News. City Council in Hazleton unanimously passed their first reading of their 2020 spending plan and officially upped some of their fines at last night's City Council's meeting. WYLN's Julia Wyln has more.
An ordinance approving the 5-year consolidated plan and action plan for the 2020 fiscal year passed its first reading at City Council's meeting last night. The city will use more than half of a $670,500 allocation of federal community development funds that it expects to receive in 2020 for street improvement projects. According to the tentative spending plan, those federal community development block grant funds earmark about 62% of the federal funds, or $416,400 for street improvements. Officials are working to identify streets that will be targeted for the work. The balance of the anticipated 2020 allocation consists of $100,000 reserved for scattered site remediation or property demolition, $20,000 for a Catholic Social Services case manager for the homeless shelter, and $134,100 for administering the city's community development program. The money covers all program costs, including administrative, legal, payroll, and rent that the Community Development Office pays to the city. Council also amended an ordinance regarding recreational vehicles within the city, raising penalty fines for not following regulations put in place throughout the city.
And I think with the police department, we're trying to, cut that down, and it's been a problem. I mean, everybody has seen it, this disorder in the city, and the police are confiscating vehicles. So I think that's a good thing. So
Junior Council was approved to start at next month's meeting, and there's over triple the interest this time around of the young men and women.
Since initiating that back in 2009, whatever I did, it's still going on, which I think is a great thing. And there's more and more kids involved, and they expanded it, so that's a great thing. So I really enjoy that the kids want to be involved in government, so hopefully they can be the ones to learn and take over as we move forward.
Council also took the beginning of the meeting to recognize both former council members Grace Kuzo and George Hayden, both pillars to the Hazleton community, during a moment of silence.
Our condolences to Grace Kuzo, who was a former council member, as well as George Hayden. Again, not only a council member, but a pillar of the community who's done so much for our city, investing in our city and doing so much for charity. So we wanted to recognize those important people in our city.
Council meets again October 23rd at 6 p.m. Reporting in Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wyln.
Getting a parking ticket in West Hazleton is now going to cost you even more. Council voted this week unanimously to adopt the amended parking regulations that contain substantial penalty increases. This is the first update to the parking regulations since 2009. One of the biggest issues facing the borough is double parking. That's similar to problems the city of Hazleton is facing. The revised ordinance increased penalties for double parking tenfold. They go from $15 to a $150 fine. The penalty for parking within 15 feet of a fire hydrant climbs from $15 to $50. Penalties for all other vehicle and traffic violations have also increased under the revised ordinance. And if you are caught parking on the wrong side of the street during a snow ban, you'll now have to cough up $100. The borough also adjusted late fees ranging from $5 to $20 that apply to all fines that are not paid past the 30 days from the date of issued. The ordinance reads, now the late fees will vary depending on what type of violation is issued. Staying in West Hazleton, police there have seized an ATV Wednesday. According to police, the ATV was barreling down East Green Street as police are trying to stop it. Police lost the ATV, but then found the driver, who was sprinting along North 5th Street, still wearing his helmet and goggles. Police then found the ATV that the driver left behind. Police now have it in their custody. They are still searching for the driver tonight in West Hazleton. A man is now behind bars after police say he beat a woman and held her in his vehicle for about 4 hours. 35-year-old Michael Rossi of Sugarloaf Township faces aggravated assault, terroristic threats, unlawful restraint, simple assault, and false imprisonment charges. The woman said the pair traveled to Pottsville on Tuesday, but when they returned to Rossi's home, they were arguing over messages that she had on her phone. Both then got into his vehicle around 11 p.m. and drove around. After an altercation, Rossi drove to the McDonald's on North Church Street. That's when the victim ran to the drive-thru window yelling for help. That's when a worker inside that restaurant called 911. Troopers found the woman across the street outside at the Turkey Hill. The woman was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, for a broken nose, a broken eye socket, a cut on her head, and 5 broken ribs. Rossi was denied bail during a preliminary arraignment on Wednesday. A new trial date has been set for a Hazleton man accused of stabbing another man to death. Once again, this date has been pushed back. It's now set to begin in late April of 2020. 49-year-old Gene Hawkins is accused of stabbing to death 34-year-old LaShawn Overton, who was from New York, outside a Hazleton apartment building in September of 2015. Hawkins' legal team filed a motion for a continuance in September due to an appointment of a new counsel in the case. After the hearing on Wednesday, County Judge Tina Partlicek-Gartley granted the defense team's motion to continue the case, which has been scheduled for December 3rd, which has now been moved. The records show from the county that the new trial date that was granted has been having previously set to go to trial in August of 2018. Then again in March of this year, June of this year, and December of this year. Back in 2015, witnesses say they heard 2 or 3 gunshots and saw several people arguing outside the apartment building along 21st and Grant Streets in Hazleton. Overton allegedly had a knife but did not threaten Hawkins with it, according to police. Hawkins returned to his apartment and then came back out with a knife in hand. He lunged at Overton, stabbing him in the chest. That's according to police. Overton died shortly after Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Hawkins has been locked up at the county jail without bail since his arrest in 2015. Now to Carbon County, where 2 people were rescued from an apartment building fire this morning in Lansford. The fire was reported just after 7 this morning in the 200 block of East Ridge Street. Lansford Police Chief says the cause of the fire was careless smoking. Officials say a woman who was smoking in bed is responsible for the incident. Fire companies from Lansford, Summit Hill, and Coaldale all responded in. 1 wheelchair-bound man also had to be rescued. He was on the 2nd floor at the time of that fire in Carbon County. Coming up on Wyln News, everything from a longtime business that closed its doors a few years ago is going up for auction. We'll have the details ahead. Plus, TB is on the rise in the state. The details on what is happening is straight ahead. But first, let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Friday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 59. It's going to be a little cool for Friday night football. Saturday, not looking too bad. Partly cloudy skies, a high of 63. Sunday, not too bad either. It looks like we're going to have a good weekend into the beginning of next week. Stay with us. More local news is headed your way next.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not going to do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. create. And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton has the healthcare you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
Auction goers, you are going to want to listen up to this story. Almost everything must go from inside Lobitz's. Our Julia Wiegand has the details.
Auction enthusiasts, mark your calendars. A vast majority of items under the roof of the former Lobitz building must go. Saturday, October 26th, starting at 9:30 a.m. is your chance to bid on everything inside.
Well, the Lobitz Catering has got a big reputation. They called us to sell the contents because we have a background in selling this type of equipment. It's been sitting down for 2 or 3 years, so we're coming in, arrange it, and then advertise it and draw the people in here that where the market is for this type of merchandise.
Contents up for bid will range from kitchen devices and decor to military-grade bins and silverware. Chairs, mirrors, and stained glass must go too, along with statues, chandeliers, this boat, and much, much more.
We're going to have 2 auctioneers going at once because we have this type of merchandise, the catering business, then we have the cars that are involved in the garage and some other materials over there. And then in the basement they had a machine shop, so there's a lathe down there and a few other items.
This auction will have tons of quality equipment and decor, and a large volume of it to say the least.
There's a market for some of it, so we'll have to see what it generates there. I expect to draw people from 2-3 states.
Once again, Sitar Auctions will be doing what it does best Saturday morning, October 26th, starting at 9:30 a.m. Be sure to check out what's getting auctioned off at Lobitz Catering on Route 940, and maybe you'll be lucky enough to take some of this stuff home with you. Reporting in Hazel Township for Wyln News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
People who feed stray cats in Fairview Township can keep doing it, at least for the time being. Township supervisors heard from residents at their August and September meetings on the issue. They voted earlier this month to table a proposed ordinance that would prohibit feeding stray cats for another year. One resident told supervisors that she and her neighbors have trapped, neutered, and vaccinated and released around 11 cats in their neighborhood. Another resident told the supervisors that he has seen good results from that TNR program. The proposed ordinance will come up again at the October 2020 supervisors meeting. Although it's something you may not hear about every day, tuberculosis cases in many states, including Pennsylvania, is on the rise. The state has seen a 10% increase in those being affected by TB from 2017 through 2018. According to the Department of Health, 202 cases were reported last year. That's up from 192 in 2017. Symptoms of TB include chronic cough, night sweats, weight loss, and extreme tiredness. Most cases can be treated with one drug over several month period. The Center for Disease Control and the Department of Health said that the increase in TB in states like Pennsylvania can be attributed to patients not accepting and finishing their treatments and undocumented patients who are not getting tested for fear of being deported. Well, coming up on Ringtown's News Choice and Community and You, we are talking about the annual Town and Trail event. Plus, We Are Day is this weekend at PSU in Hazleton, and our Julie Stefanovich has a preview. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Experience the beauty of the Valley Country Club and let them sponsor you for your next event. Toss the flowers and dance the night away with their course as your backdrop. Let Valley Country Club host your next special occasion, whether it's a bridal or baby shower, anniversary, celebration of life, pool party, charity fundraiser, business meeting, golf outing, corporate, private, or social event.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Welcome to Community and You, everyone, here on Wyln. I'm Gary Perna. Today I'm joined by Jocelyn. Well, we're going to talk about the annual Hazleton Town and Trails Race Series that will be getting underway on October the 12th. So, Jocelyn, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So you are a volunteer with the organization kind of from the beginning, correct?
Yes. So I was a volunteer with Hazleton Power in 2014 when the race was first established, and I've seen it through to its 6th year so far.
So this is actually a really cool event. So first of all, let's get all the important facts out of the way. Let's talk about the day, the signing up for the race, and what time everything will be happening.
Sure. So obviously it's October 12th, as we said before. The day of registration is at 7 a.m. Mm-hmm. We do have races starting as early as 8:20 for our kids' fun run and 100-meter dash or 100-yard dash. And then the half marathon, 5K, and 10K start at 9.
And this is a really cool event. So explain a little bit about the Town and Trail, because, you know, you think of that, so are we running down Broad Street? Are we running out the rails of trails? How does it work?
Sure. So originally we had created this race as a way to showcase our downtown. Mm-hmm. So the first couple years, if you participated in those first few years, we did run through our downtown districts. Over the years, we've had to morph that just based off some feedback from runners. Mm-hmm. And we do part of it on the trail and part of it out on Broad Street and on Arthur Gardner. So it's a little bit of blacktop running and a little bit of trail running.
And this is a great event for people to go out, and especially in October, the leaves are starting to change, so it starts to look really nice and really pretty out there when you're running. And again, this is for the whole family.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So we do offer a free youth run for parents that sign up for the 5, 10, or half marathon. Their children, but they do get the free child's admission with that as well. So we encourage the whole family to come down and have a good time and run a good race.
And this is a great event, like I said, to get outside and to be a little active before we get into being, you know, those winter bugs where we're stuck inside all day. People can go online. The website information's been up on the screen to register. Will you be taking registering people the day of the event, or does it primarily have to be done online?
You can absolutely come the day of and sign up. Okay. Day of registration closes at 8:30 for the half, 5, and 10K.
Okay, so, you know, if you're thinking about it, you should probably register online so they know, and if not, you can go online. And you're actually wearing last year's shirt.
I am.
So
Bumblebee yellow.
Will we be getting shirts this year? How does that work?
Yes, so if you pre-register, I believe the cutoff was last week, so I think we're past the pre-registration phase. But if you pre-register, you get a long sleeve tech tee. It's a violet in color this year. We change the colors every year. But have no fear, if you register after, you'll still get a cotton tee with our logo and everything on it as well.
So another way just to participate and get involved and get out there. So again, it will be coming up October 12th. Where will we be starting from?
All of the races all start at the trailhead, the Rails to Trails trailhead. So it kind of depends on what race you're doing and what direction you go and when to turn around are all at different rates. But at one point, the 5, 10, and half marathon runners are all running the same race at the same time, and there's just different turnaround points.
Okay. So again, this would be a great event for you to come out to. Kick off over by Rails to Trails right off of 93. Make sure you get there, get signed up, take part of it, and get to experience some of the beauty we have right here in the Greater Hazleton area on a nice day where we'll be able to get out and run and exercise. All this kicking off October 12th, all to benefit some of the great programs right here in the Greater Hazleton area. Jocelyn, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time here on Community and You.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall. Enjoy a full menu with all homemade food. From breakfast, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and desserts. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. The food is great, the price is right. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Barber Ford has the largest selection of Ford commercial vehicles in Northeast PA with over 50 Super Duties in stock. Plus, Barber Ford is the only Ford commercial vehicle center in the area, participating with the state's cooperative purchasing program, CoStars. Barber Ford, where the pros go for trucks.
We are Penn State, and you are invited to attend a big event happening this Saturday at the Hazleton campus. Our Julie Stefanovich was there and has all the details.
Campus tours, chef demos, and free scoops of the famous Berwick Creamery ice cream are all part of the We Are Day at Penn State Hazleton that's scheduled for Saturday, October the 12th. The event celebrates Penn State pride in the community. It will feature activities for people of all ages that include a variety of free events and demonstrations.
It's going to be a great opportunity for the community to come on campus and to experience some of the programs, et cetera, that we have, along with free creamery ice cream, which is always a delight for folks, and basketball camps and cheerleading camps and soccer camps and all kinds of activities for the family to come up and just really get to know, see the campus, certainly get to know what we're doing, and just have a great opportunity to come together as a community.
It's part of Penn State's mission of research, teaching, and community outreach.
We feel very strongly about being a huge part of Hazleton, and having this event on campus allows folks they're welcome at any time. They don't have to come up on We Are Day, but we especially like to focus on We Are Day so that they come up and have a really great experience.
Attendees will have the opportunity to see the campus and all it has to offer and the ongoing progress being made.
Right now we're going through the Lofstrom Library renewal, which is about a $7.5 million project supported by the university to help us transform the library into the 21st century, into a learning commons.
Community groups will also be on hand. The Hazleton Art League, Pocono Greyhound Adoption, and the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts are just a few of the many that will be providing educational experiences and entertainment. We Are Day at Penn State Hazleton is this Saturday, October 12th from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. at High Acres. For more information, visit hazleton.psu.edu. Reporting from Penn State Hazleton, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
It may be worth just going up there for the ice cream. Tomorrow, our Wyln sports crew will be out once again at Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton for another great matchup. We will be broadcasting live the Scranton at Hazleton area game live at 7 p.m. Make sure you join Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and the entire Wyln sports team as the Knights take on the Cougars tomorrow night live right here at 7 p.m. only on Wyln TV. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on the Wyln News Facebook page, and stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln TV.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordability.